A guy that you interviewed that seemed pretty high on, I mean, your quote was, "I would draft him." So I'd love to hear what you had to think about McKinnley Jackson out of Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's a crazy guy. He's just absolutely crazy. Big-bodied, not very tall, 6'1", but he's 331. He didn't grow up in Texas. He grew up in Mississippi, but he went to Texas A&M. Nasty outlook, nasty reputation, and I think that's exactly what you're looking for in a defensive tackle. He penetrated through gaps pretty well. I mean, in the 707s, his going through a gap would often disrupt where a running back was, and so the running backs had to elude him on the back end. He's able to take on bigger offensive guards and centers and not allow them to push him around. He's got like a bowling ball build, I guess is what I would call it. And he looks like he's got a good first step and good feet and good agility. His lateral movement down the line was just so-so. So as a run play is coming at double teams, he was not able to take double teams at all. But he doesn't move well laterally, but he does do well as far as not giving up on the play and pursuing on the backside. I think he's got violent hands. I think he would play beyond the whistle. Beyond the whistle. The whistle's blowing, and he's still trying to beat up this guard. Absolutely. But I would draft him in 5 seconds. I've got a third-round grade on him. I'm not saying that he could go in the second round, but if it is, he's not going to gain but about 10, 12 slots wherever he's drafted. I forget where the Browns are drafting in the third round. If we could get him in the third round, that would be perfect. Look at the Browns' situation at defensive tackle. You know, who are we going to keep? What do we have? Three that are free agents? Jordan Elliott, Shelby Harris, Mo Hurst. Aren't all three of those free agents?
I would love to bring Maurice Hurst back, man. I loved having him on the field.
I love him. Yeah, that's when he went down, our whole defensive run stoppage game just went to bits.
Yeah, and kind of as a quick side note, I do think we could probably get Maurice Hurst back on a pretty team-friendly deal because he loves being in Cleveland. Yeah. He had a ton of fun here. He's got the injury history, so I think there's a little bit of a discount to be had there, but go ahead.
Yeah, I like Shelby Harris too.
Yeah.
I've never Elliott. I've haven't. Even though Elliott started this year, I just didn't see it. I've never liked Elliott. I just think that he gets pushed out of position. Just like Tommy Guy. Tommy Guy got pushed out of position almost every play. So you got to have somebody that's going to stand their ground.